Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 22nd to the 28th. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're doing the rest of the month, and we're not going to jump right in. We're going to casually stroll into your new era. We're here. We're here. I hope you love it. There's cake. There's Laffy Taffies, mozzarella sticks, whatever you want. It's your new world. It's just that we're here, okay? Take a look around, get comfortable. You made it. You made it through what I have been calling the Y2K of the 21st century, because unlike the real Y2K, that was a little underwhelming, yeah, this is the real deal. The Great Reset. You just went through the Great Reset last week, and so you will be adjusting to the old world crumbling as you enter this new world for the collective. And you will still be riding the wave of the eclipse and the Saturn-Neptune conjunction on the world axis at 0 degrees, the Aries point, the beginning of the beginning. So, with that said, this week could feel very, everything, everywhere, all at once. What's real? What's not real? What's going on? This new world. You're acclimating, okay? And it's, part of the great shift, right? 3D to 4D, yeah? And remember, it's just the beginning. It's a process, okay? If you notice that maybe your consciousness is expanding or time is speeding up, then you are at the right place and where you need to be. And I talk about it in my last live stream, so I'll leave that at the end of this video. Everyone is waking up, hence the Great Awakening. As you leave your old structures, old patterns, ways of thinking, all of that, you're leaving it behind because you get to choose your new timeline now in this new era where there is no veil, okay? This is going to be a big week, too. It's a very karmic week, a lot of change, a lot of miracles as well. But as I explained in your February forecast, there's going to be a little bit of turbulence, okay? So remember, wax on, wax off, practice patience. You create your reality. Life is what you make it, as long as you commit to the future you, the best version of yourself on your path to enlightenment, okay? In your new world. And this week, actually, almost every day, you get like a little gift bag, all right? This karmic reward. Now, I dropped these forecasts a few days before the actual week begins. So if you're already approaching Sunday, February 22nd, well, good news. You have Venus in Pisces trine Jupiter in Cancer at 15 degrees. So this is the luckiest day of the month and one of the best of the year. You have the two benefic planets that are exalted. Jupiter, who rules Pisces at his degree of exaltation. I explained that last week. And trines bring this harmonious flow. They are the nature of Jupiter. So you will feel this surge of optimism. And especially, remember, you've got Venus in Pisces. That's your 5th house of joy and pleasure and family and children and romance and sex and procreation and, hobbies, recreation. And then Jupiter in Cancer in your 9th, which is Jupiter's home. Yeah. And so it's very spiritual, the 9th house. It's inner wisdom. It's your belief system. There's definitely some of y'all maybe going back to school to learn something, taking a course. There also maybe some legal matters involved here where you get really good news. And it could even be like you're getting married or, you know what I mean? Like signing stuff. But either way, this is really great. This is just very auspicious. It does foster emotional growth, spiritual growth, but it's Jupiter trine Venus. So it can, you can see an increase in finances. Remember, Venus is money. Jupiter expands. This can bring good news, good luck, diplomacy, abundance, especially in, relationships, money and creative projects, business. Home and family is a big thing here for you. Yeah. Maybe even real estate. There's also for y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if you're traveling or you're long distance, maybe a wellness trip, walkabout, or you're connecting with people overseas. You could hear really good news, or, have emphasis on a book that you're writing or a website that you're launching, as well as maybe a podcast as well. Yeah. All this ninth house activity for you. Okay. But it is Jupiter and Venus. So this is when you feel at one with everything. That's the vibe. It's very spiritual. It's very big-hearted. You might even pay it forward. That's this type of aspect. And treat yourself. Treat yourself, okay? This is the day. Go, get a massage, spend the day at the spa, get a haircut, get a bob. Venus is beauty, right? Have some French fries. This is also Pisces and Cancer, your fellow water signs, 2 water signs. So, yeah, literally take a bubble bath or hop in a jacuzzi. Water heals, as you know. So, this is such a great aspect for 2 reasons, too. One, we don't get this again until 2027, but this is Jupiter in Cancer. All right? So, we haven't had this in 12 years, this aspect. All right, since 2014. The third thing, or the fifth thing, is that the moon will be in Taurus. So, whoa, that takes it to a whole other level, because the moon is exalted in Taurus and will be connecting with Jupiter and Venus. And so you have a triple exaltation here. What? In the form of a mini grand trine. So we'll talk about that in the second spread, the bonus spread, where we talk about, lunations and asteroids, planetoids. That just makes it a lot more transcendent, and it does bring a lot of energy with, contracts and marriage, etc. If you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your pool boy, Joey, whoever. Water signs, Cancer, you, Pisces, will feel this the most. And if you have any planets in your natal chart, 13 to 17 degrees in any of those signs, well, those planets will be aspected. You would feel it the most. Now, same day, you got Mars in Aquarius, sextile Chiron in Aries, 24 degrees. This is the last of the sextiles this month with Chiron in Aries. Remember, you already had a lot. Now, this is Mars, okay? So, do you remember that time you told your mom there were monsters in the closet? So she locked you in there for 3 days? You haven't gone into a closet since? This is the day. This is the day that you not only go into the closet, you do the Macarena, right? That's this. This is no pain, no gain, taking action. That repairs, self-healing. Mars giving you the courage, right? Your traditional ruler giving you the courage to transform any old, past, deep wounds. Yeah? Turning them into your power and really finding strength in self-healing. I mean, this is ripping off a Band-Aid. So there may be something here with home and family, as well as friendships. There could be something here with colleagues as well. But yeah, a lot of family energy. Either way, this is you standing up for yourself, standing up for others, helping guide others. Mars and Aquarius being humanity, the humanitarian, but also freedom. You're freeing yourself. Now, Tuesday, February 24th, not on the whiteboard. We'll talk about the second spread. Yeah, the first quarter moon in Gemini. You're definitely going to be making some decisions. Thursday, February 26th, we got Mercury retrograde in Pisces, 22 degrees. Now, this is actually a big deal. All right. First, all the Mercury retrogrades this year will be in water signs. Just to let you know, okay? I talked about it in your annual forecast, Scorpio. So yeah, emotions, a lot of emotions, a lot of depth here. But Mercury, as we know, is detriment in Pisces, doesn't do well in Pisces. Yeah. So Mercury, which is communication and logic and thinking, etc., ideas, Clarity might be a little foggy and a little bit confusing. Like the very first episode of Game of Thrones. Okay? But Mercury retrograde with a stellium of planets in Pisces. Listen, Pisces is very spiritual. Pisces is the subconscious. And so while Mercury's retrograde in Pisces, you still have Saturn conjunct Neptune. What's real? What's fantasy? Things are a little like, I don't know. Things are fuzzy, right? So there's a good chance some things just don't make sense. And this is going to be until April, all right? Pretty much till April to the end of March. It's a long retrograde. During the time Saturn's still, you're still feeling Saturn conjunct Neptune. So you might question reality or your faith, self-belief. You might question a lot of things in terms of what brings you joy and pleasure. You might think about things regarding family, children, soulmate energy, romance, significant other, things like that, okay? People you're dating, maybe even entrepreneurship, and, procreation, remember, 5th house. So the benefit of Mercury retrograde in Pisces is it is a great time to delve into your subconscious, to, meditate, pay attention to your dreams. Yeah. Pisces is dreams, to know thyself. Intuition. Yeah. That's going to be, off the charts. Scorpio, you're already one of the most intuitive signs. So use it as your superpower. This is going to be a time, this entire retrograde period, where you'll likely proactively seek the meaningful, especially with emphasis around, does this bring me joy? Is this going to bring me pleasure? Yeah. And so a lot of that's going to get you through the typical retrograde delays and tech disruptions and miscommunication, but it will be an emotional retrograde. All right. And so try not to flip any tables. You're meant to review, re-examine, revise everything that 5th house area. Okay. Some things just may be delayed. Some things may not go as fast as you want, but some things might be a little confusing. All right. Because of Saturn and Neptune. And that's the other thing. They just moved into Aries. So this retrograde is also like a blessing in disguise, because you get to wrap up this, Pisces chapter in your life where, the past 2 years, you get to review the past 2 years. Yeah. And what's happening here is that, remember, retrogrades bring the past to you. So it is all those, RE words like, revise, review, but it's also like reunion, reminisce, rekindle. You're definitely going to be in touch with former lovers. Or you may be thinking about them. It is a subconscious, or maybe something here. All right. It is your 5th house. That could be also colleagues, former employees, colleagues, bosses, even circumstances, projects you're working on, creative projects, hobbies. You may be going back to hobbies that you used to love, like throwing darts, ping pong, whatever it is. This is a time to fix things. So a lot of these things that come up, there's a reason for it, okay? And a lot of it is just closing that chapter. And again, Mercury retrograde in Pisces, which is all about like forgiveness. And so forgive and forget. Pisces is the end as well. So this sense of surrender to make peace with the past, all right? Remember what I said. You can't bring everything into this new world. Mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces will feel this the most. If you have any combination of any of those signs in your top 3, like your sun, moon, or rising, you'll feel it even more. And if you have any planets in your natal chart, 19 to 25 degrees in any of those signs, especially Pisces, well, I truly wish you the best. You'll get through it. Now, Friday, February 27th, we got the Sun conjunct the North Node at 9 degrees and Mars square Uranus, 27 degrees. So this is going to be a day, and you're going to feel You're going to really feel this because all of February, the North Node has been having aspects and therefore has been giving you signs, or, you have felt compelled to move in a certain direction. I mean, the North Node conjuncting the Sun, which is, your life purpose, right? That's what the North Node is, basically. So it is this really miraculous alignment where you might get some downloads. You might officially know your calling or hear your calling. You might feel it deep in your bones, in your soul. Okay? But with Mercury retrograde, yes, a lot of things are going to be coming up from the past. And I want you to think about what happened around March 17th, 2025 last year. What activity? Again, we're still on your 5th house, yeah, of joy and pleasure. But I also want you to think, if you can, all the way back to March 7th, 2007, all right, everything's cyclical. It's a 19-year cycle. Think about what happened for you around that time too. There could have been a big karmic moment or something that, pushed you in the direction that where you're at now. Any breakthrough that you had around that time, again, relationships, dating, children, creative projects, maybe you had a baby, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, and the reason why, another reason why that's a significant time is because we actually had a triple conjunction with the Sun, North Node, and Uranus in Pisces. And you can see Uranus is very active today, but in a very different way. Uranus is being really naughty to Mars, the God warrior, your traditional ruler, who's in the sign of the future, Aquarius, is also the rebel, okay? So Mars is about to West Side Story with Uranus, the agent of chaos, the great disruptor, Aquarius' ruler. So, interesting day. You could have this fated breakthrough. Just really amazing, transcendent, just feels really good. Yeah, your spiritual revolution, but there may be a little bit of, bear pokey energy, FYI, okay? And for a lot of y'all, it might be in the home sector. Yeah, home, family, children, parents, grandparents, things like that. Neighbors even, or realtors too, okay? Remember, Aquarius rules your 4th house. But then Uranus and Taurus is your opposite sign. So there may be something here with partnerships, okay? Marriage. Even business partners, if you're not here for love. It could be personal relationships as well. It could be like, your sister, your siblings are part of this too. Remember, Saturn actually natively rules your 3rd. So there's relatives. Let's just keep it light. Just keep that in mind. This is Mars square Uranus. It is a little bear pokey and a little aggressive. So stay frosty, be cool. You're gonna be fine. Mars square Uranus, yeah, it is the most challenging aspect of February. And as I said in the last live stream I just did, it might be a good time to just back up your important data on an external drive. Yeah. Why not, right? Why not? Because Aquarius and Uranus, they rule technology, as does Mercury, because Mercury is the lower octave of Uranus, and he's retrograde. And we know things can happen when Mercury is retrograde. So, why not? Why not? I did. So here's the other thing. You are still acclimating to this new world too. So there's a lot happening, and Saturn and Neptune at this point have moved 1 degree. So you are definitely in initiation stage. You're starting to see your daily life transform and change. Okay? You're going to start seeing more of it. All right? And work as well. Oh, for sure. Yeah, colleagues, employees, all of that as well. And health matters. So just keep that in mind. There may be something new that you're doing in terms of health. One of the biggest things, the moon will be in Leo over the weekend. And in theory, That's really fun when we have the moon in Leo. It's all about having fun and it's joyful. You tap into your inner child. But the moon in Leo is going to be opposite Pluto. All right. Your modern ruler. That's going to be over the weekend. That's going to be on Saturday. So there just may be something here with career and home and family. You might have some moments, right? Putting things in order. And we will have a T-square on Sunday night. We'll talk about it in the second spread. Just use this weekend to surrender what no longer serves you well. That's what it wants, all right? The biggest thing of all is that 4 days from now, on March 3rd, we will have the total lunar eclipse in Virgo, all right? And so that's a big deal. You're going to start feeling energy move in that direction. Virgo rules your 11th house. It looks like there may be some, chapters closing with friendships and groups and organizations, maybe, best friends, but also something about your future hopes and wishes, long-term goals, dreams. It may change. Or you've already reached it and now you're in a new phase. Okay. Now, the other thing is, it will be the fixed signs with Mars square Uranus. Yeah. Fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, you, and Aquarius that feel that aspect the most. If you have any planets 7 to 11 degrees in any of those signs in your chart, you'll feel it the most. And then, the sun with a north node, that will be the water signs. So that includes you. So this is a big day for you, Scorpio. And then when we get to Saturday, February 28th, we will have Mercury conjunct Venus in Pisces, 22 degrees. This is great. I love this. You're going to love this. It's very nice. It's, creative expression. It's very artsy. It's very poetic, but it's also like heartfelt conversations. It's also like love letter energy. Okay. It is romantic with Venus and Pisces. Mercury's here too. That's fine. You're going to be communicating. It's basically like every storyline in Love Actually is what it is. So, Scorpio, let's get to it. Let's see what's going on for you it is Mercury conjunct Venus and Pisces, but Mercury's retrograde. Remember that. So it might be people from your past, okay? You may be getting some messages here. Let's see what's going on for you, Scorpio, for February 22nd to the 28th for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah. Okay, Scorpio. How are y'all doing? How was your Valentine's Day? You, come on. You had a good one. Listen, I do a traditional Culture Cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifies, we will, Scorpio. I love doing your spreads now. I love it. I always did, but what has been going on? All right, let's do this now. Yeah, just okay. Yep. You're good. You are really, really good. We got to talk about something, but you got the Hierophant. Listen, the whole archetype for Saturn and Neptune conjunct and being co-present in Aries leader, right? That spiritual leader, that spiritual warrior archetype, that visionary artist, the, role model, all of that. There you go. Okay. So you have the Hierophant, you got the high priest who imparts his wisdom. People listen to him. He loves structure. He loves organization, but he's also like a bridge maker too, connecting you to the divine. You're getting those downloads, and this is true leadership. I mean, you got the keys, you got These two monks listen to you. So you're moving on up. You're moving on up, but you're also feeling that spiritual energy. You feel, and when I say spiritual energy, I mean, that word means something different to everybody else. It's just like feeling moved, like deep down in your soul, like purpose, all of that. Yeah. You're good. I mean, this is, and this is moving in a leadership position, leadership role, if not like just stronger parental energy. There's something here in terms of, like I said earlier, with groups and organizations. They could even be online, but you have presence. You have presence, and you can use them. It could be in a creative capacity. It's just it's very in line with what's happening to you astrologically now, because remember also Jupiter in Cancer is your ninth house, which is imparting wisdom. You got the world in the heart of your spread. So this is the end. You're moving into your new world in a really big way. Okay, when you have the world and the heart of your spread. And it looks like you've learned so much. Whatever you went through the past year, the past 2 years, the past 3 months. Oh, it really made you wiser. Okay. It brought all that wisdom, all that knowledge, all that confidence too. And there is a sense of something's ending, something's beginning. You've come to the end of the major arcana, the fool's journey. You see the dancing figure, dancing for a reason. So be proud of yourself. There is a sense of achievement here. There's also the wreath. You see the Ouroboros in the wreath, right? So you're moving into this brand new cycle. That references the Fool. There you are, the 4 fixed signs here in the corners. Yeah, each representing a different element. Like you're good. There's just be very proud of yourself, because you are truly moving into this brand new era, well equipped. Now, you have a Chariot in your challenge area. So it's almost like this week you may know it. It could even be this visceral feeling for you, like something's changing in your life, like in a big way. You're going to feel it this week, okay? If you haven't already. And so because there's so much of that confusing energy, like what's real, what's not real, etc., just don't lose that sense of who you are, your authenticity, and just keep going. And just don't lose any inspiration. The Chariot is, a lot of willpower. So like mind over matter too. So continue to move forward. Don't lose faith in yourself. You're going to be good. The second thing, it does feel like, well, there's two other. So the second thing, it does feel like there may be someone on your path where, and I'm not taking it as like, it's just, there may be someone who needs a little bit more time. Okay. Go with it. All right. Remember, this is a week to practice patience as well. All right. There's got to be some confusion. So be patient. You're going to get going again. And the third thing is there may be something here with travel where, Mercury retrograde, right? So just be very mindful. The 9th house with Jupiter and Cancer there. Your 3rd house is, it really is activated. Saturn natively ruling your 3rd, like I said. So those are the travel houses. There may be a little bit of, just maybe you're even planning travel and you're not agreeing with the person that you're planning it with, or it's just saying things are just not going your way. So it really is more about practicing patience. If you are going on a trip, there may be some delay. Okay? Now, that 2 of Pentacles in your crown, 4 of Cups, and the root of your spread. So, the 2 of Pentacles, as you move into this new world, there may be some options. There may be some things that you're deciding one or the other. And the other thing is, again, there may be a little bit of confusion in terms of which direction do I go. That's why you have to trust your intuition. It can be in terms of career, money, investments, wealth, but also Pentacles are your physical reality, the material world. There may be something within your life where you're just like, right? You could also, be juggling a couple different things, but don't take yourself out of the equation, because if you're constantly on the go and juggling things, you don't have time for yourself. So there is a matter of just, prioritizing. If you find yourself in that situation because of Four of Cups and the root of your spread, you may not be happy with some things, with someone slowing you down, or maybe you're in a situation where you actually need feedback about something, or you need someone to sign off on something, or you're waiting to hear back from a job you interviewed for, or there's something, just something. And so it really is like practicing patience, because a Four of Cups, he can be, can be a little jaded. I'm not saying it's you. That's the card. All right. He can also be a little bit, like he's checked out. All right. Like the hand of spirit hasn't come soon enough. Like he's checked out. And this is, he's highly associated with like boredom and apathy. You see him, crossing off his heart. So just bear that in mind. Practice patience this week. You're going to be fine. Okay. This is all about raising your frequency. And again, being very proud of yourself. All right. Now, you do that, you're good. You're golden. Yeah, the Ten of Cups in your future. I love it. You're good. The Ten of Cups it's joy. It's total joy. It's total bliss. It's, rapturous joy. It's, everything here. It just feels so good. It feels good to feel good. You see the only rainbow in tarot. You see all the cups aligned overhead. That's a lot of enlightenment, and it's just a state of joy that you're just immersed in. And so I love it. It just looks like when you've got these two cards together, when you got the World with the Ten of Cups, yeah, there is a chapter closing, and in this really wonderful, like, farewell, old world, right? You even see the couple here. It's almost like bon voyage, old world, as you move into the new. Okay, so be proud of yourself. Let's get to your stuff. Scorpio, you're amazing. If you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, share. Yeah. There's another one. There's Hype. That's it. Hype on your phone. I think it's like only on the phone. I don't know really how it works, but anyway, Scorpio, y'all are amazing. You're already good. All right, I'm just looking at one other thing. You are definitely going to have a lot of y'all are really going to get married next month. Or fall in love, or there's just something here. It's just like, yeah, we have a really nice new moon in Pisces. Anyway, let's get to your okay, yeah, yep, yep. Let's talk. Here's the thing. Well, I'll tell you later. You got the Five of Wands, okay? That's because of this. And remember, you have Saturn, Neptune, and Aries in your 6th. Again, there may be just not seeing eye to eye with colleagues or employees or bosses, as well as like so much family energy. And so the whole point of the Five of Wands is to really see eye to eye. Can we talk? Can we have a conversation here and move forward? Yeah. There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen, or everyone has their own opinion. So someone has to come through and make it all work. All right? Because it's kids. You see that? It's just kids. They're not even hitting each other with the wands. And so that just means it's not worth your time. Whatever you may feel, if you're putting energy into something where, again, it might be a little bit of, maybe waiting for something, or let's move past that, and you're going to be fine, because you have the High Priestess and your external factors area. Remember, it's a very, Pisces energy is so spiritual, right? It's so divine. It's all about intuition. Pisces rules the 12th house, right? So, really great. It does feel like, when you've got the High Priestess in your external factors area, you've got her, she is the guardian of the subconscious. And because you're going to be delving into the subconscious this week and all of the retrograde period, what is the subconscious? It's where we store our memories. What's Mercury retrograde? It's revisiting the past. So this is great. Okay, there's a sense of mystery here with the High Priestess, a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, but really, that intuition really heightened. She's saying, it's okay. You're good. I'm protecting you. All right. You're going to be fine. Unrooting anything that you need to. Okay. Because you do have the Nine of Swords. And so, it's almost like, remember, New World and Mercury retrograde, wrapping things up, resolving. Yeah. Another reword. And so that's really what this is. There may be something that we need to have a conversation. Yeah. You need to have a conversation with someone, or someone said something to you. Someone maybe did something to you. There could have been some, I don't know, like emotional manipulation here as well. But whatever it is, there's something that could prevent you from moving in this direction, in this new world, head held high, because there's something in the back of your head that you're still like, I need clarity on this, or I need resolution, or we need to put this to bed, or, clear the air. All right. And so it also looks like there may be something where you don't want to regret something that you do. So this week, trust your intuition. That really is going to make the difference, because you have that Eight of Swords in your fun outcome. And so with the Eight of Swords, that's, we call that the self-victim card. And you see that she's blindfolded. She can't see. And she, there's a sense of refusal to, face her reality and to accept things, right? Accept things that have happened, or things that are happening within her world, or there could be something that there's something circumstantial that's putting you in that space. And so again, you want to feel empowered, not powerless, as you move into your new world. And with the Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, you even see the swords. She's not completely encircled. Her feet are free. She can walk out anytime. And so it really is a matter of, like, perspective, mind over matter, but facing all your truths. That's what's going to set you free, right? The truth sets you free. And ultimately, swords, sure, they're ideas, communication, but swords are the truth. And so there may be something that you need to face that will set you free. And you don't have to worry about this. It won't be in the back of your head. You can move forward into this new world. You're going to be fine. You're already protected. I'll clarify that Eight of Swords. Yeah. And by the way, it might be something with relationships or money. Oh my gosh. There you go. Who are you, Scorpio? What is going on here? I don't even. Okay. Yeah. If you stay blindfolded like that, you're not going to be able to see what's waiting for you on the other side of this new world. And I think that this is a record for you to get. Well, yeah, you saw your last week's reading and the week before that. So I shouldn't be surprised that you got the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good, but you have to believe that. Okay, the Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords. Remember, maybe something that you may be, regretting, or even creating this idea of like what this future might be like for you, in a way where you don't have power, right? Where you do feel powerless. And so that could be the thing. Everything's changing really fast for you. But again, trust you, trust your intuition. You're going to be fine. Ace of Pentacles, new path for you, new opportunity. You see the golden pentacle here. Yeah. You see you like the, this is what you wanted, by the way. And this is what you wanted last week. The archway. I mean, you're moving into everything's changing for you. Yeah. And this is a new job. There could be something with money. Like I said, there may be something with relationships as well. When your 7th house, your 8th house, both of them really are activated, especially with that first quarter moon and Gemini that we'll talk about in the second spread. But yeah, that's like building your wealth, but like shared resources as well, joint bank accounts. So it could even be maybe, your partner gets a big raise, or, whatever it is, that's part of your path. This is your path. You have something coming, and it could be, obviously pentacle, right? Biggest pentacle in the deck. But again, material possessions could be something in your physical world that you're getting. Either way, you're really good. You're really good. Scorpio, I don't even know what to say. Like you knocked down the owl. I don't know what to say. You're good. But yeah, once you raise your frequency here, once you prioritize and choose one or the other, or even just, stop juggling things, right? Because that can just be taking up too much time, too much space. Don't feel this way. Don't let anyone take your power, but also don't, put yourself in that situation. Just know you have a lot of power moving forward. Again, be proud of yourself. There you go. Ace of Pentacles. You're good. Scorpio, next week we will do March. March is really big. It's like, there's a lot happening. In fact, not only do we have that new moon, like right off the bat, I think it's March 2nd, Mars, your ruler, moves into Pisces. Hey, a lot of y'all getting married, or there's something you're starting. Again, there's this entrepreneur energy. Anyway, or having a baby. Yeah. Congratulations. Anyway, be excited about your new world, Scorpio. And yes, the second spread, the bonus spread, we will go through these luminations with oh my gosh, everything that's happening, the triple exaltations, like everything. Oh, did I tell you about the moon in Leo over the weekend? I did, right? I did. Okay. Anyway, there may be some career stuff. Anyway, Scorpio, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. This is your 3rd week in a row with aces. Tell me what is happening. What is going on? You're good. Okay. And I'll see you next week. All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.